What's up, everybody? It's your girl once again with the next edition of This is Where I Stand. Check this out. We've been having so much fun because our podcast is different than anything else. And we've been having some amazing guests. All of my friends are so crazy and hilarious. And we got two more in here today. I got to give it up. First of all, let me introduce myself. It's your girl, Wanda White. And I got to introduce the super producer and my co-host, Noble One. What's good?
What's good?
We in the building. So guess what? My girl right here to the right, she is a writer. She's a singer, a stand-up comedian. She is just an amazing person. And I'm telling you, I'm just so blessed that she is in the house with us. Y'all give it up for my girl, Dale Harrison. Woo! And right next to her, we both know him. So this is a perfect pairing. He's a stand-up comedian, videographer, actor. He does a lot of commercials that you've probably seen. I love this guy. He books me on stuff. I book him on stuff. Been friends for years. Y'all give it up for Stevie, Mack. Woo! All right, so let's get it started. On This Is Where I Stand, we realize that people don't stand on much. You know what I'm saying? You ever seen flaky people?
Yep.
Like, they just don't want to stand on nothing. They want to stand in the middle. But you have to stand. Is it right or is it wrong? You know what I'm saying? Is it good? Is it bad? Well, I pick both. No. But how do you stand? You know what I mean? So he's going to give you a question that we have asked everybody on this show, and we have gotten so many amazing answers. You're going to solve this debate today. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Now, it's been a crazy group of answers,
Crazy.
but we're divided all the way down to this episode now, still divided, and we can't get a definitive answer from any episode. But is a hot dog a sandwich?
Hell no, a hot dog ain't a sandwich. A hot dog
Okay,
is a
Stevie.
hot dog.
Okay, why you say that now, Stevie?
Because,
Go ahead.
you know, I don't even like when people call hamburger sandwiches. I once heard a dude like from the country like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm finna go up in there and get me one of these sandwiches. I'm like, it's a burger.
It's a
It's not
burger.
a sandwich.
What?
Yeah, a hot dog is anything you eat elongated is not a sandwich, you know? Unless it's a sub. Even a sub, you bite the
That's
side.
a sandwich.
Yeah, it's a dog.
What makes a sandwich a sandwich, though, Stevie?
It has
What
to be
constitutes a
flat.
sandwich?
It has to be horizontal and flat.
Horizontal and flat. Okay.
Yeah, hot
But
dog
if
is
it's the
vertical.
other-
So if it's a hot link sandwich, is that still a sandwich?
Well, when you split the links and lay them flat, boom,
Then it's a
baby.
Then it's a sandwich.
Yeah.
So it's not anything between two pieces of bread.
No, not anything between two pieces of bread.
Okay, what's not a sandwich other than a hot dog that's in between two pieces of bread?
Oh, shit. Tofu.
It'll be a tofu sandwich.
It'll be a
tofu
tofu burger. So
Yeah.
a patty makes it a burger, and just a bunch of meat and...
Nah, a chicken sandwich is a patty. It's still a chicken sandwich. It's not a chicken burger.
They
Darryl,
say
what you
sandwich,
think? What you
yeah.
think?
First of all, I'm over here trying to decide, is a hot dog real meat? You know,
Right?
you know what I mean?
Right.
First we got to decide that, you know. Then we got to decide. I think I'm with you, though, on the flats, because I definitely wouldn't refer to a hot dog as a sandwich.
But
Me
isn't it
either.
under the umbrella of sandwiches?
But it's definitely under the, because I feel like sandwich, like in order for something to be a sandwich, you got to put like mayo, mustard, ketchup on it, and that
Right.
definitely puts it in the sandwich category.
Come on now.
But, you know, because you have to maneuver the hot dog differently.
Yeah, it's just a different type of sandwich.
Okay. Now we're gonna go down and we're gonna take a vote on this show. And on this show, it looked like it's 3-1. Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes or no?
Nope, it's a hot
Is
dog.
a hot dog a sandwich? Yes or no?
I don't know.
Where do you stand?
No. This is not where we don't know. This is where I stand. You got to take a stand.
We need a
Guys,
definitive
I was
answer.
the stand-taking person before y'all asked that question.
He said, I don't know.
Before y'all asked that question, I could take a stand about anything because I just blocked somebody from not taking a stand.
You know what I'm saying? Is a hot dog a sandwich? Yes or no?
Come on.
I'm going to have to say yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm saying no.
And you know where I stand.
Okay, so
Where do you
it's
stand?
2-2.
It's not a
He said it's
sandwich.
not a
Exactly,
sandwich.
exactly.
Okay, so
No,
You know,
it is a
that's-
sandwich.
it's still the same. I'm gonna tell you,
It is a sandwich.
the dichotomy of this question that you pose is putting the same thing like a tomato or a tomato is the same thing. Is it a vegetable or is it a fruit? A tomato.
A tomato is a vegetable.
Nope.
No, it's a
It's
fruit.
It's a
fa-
fruit.
I
No,
mean,
it's a fruit.
it's a fruit. I'm sorry.
But
it
we
is a
eat
fruit.
it as a vegetable in a salad.
Yeah, no,
right?
we knew it was a fruit. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it
I
is a
meant a
fruit.
fruit. Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
I didn't. Like growing up, I always thought it was.
Well,
Yeah, I
they
thought it
took-
was too.
Yeah.
Fruits and vegetables. Tomatoes was always in the vegetable category.
No,
It's still
we
in the
knew that.
vegetable
We knew
aisle.
that. We knew that.
Exactly.
Yeah, we knew that. But see, a fact is a fact. And some people, when something is not a fact
Yeah.
and they put their opinion in it,
Yeah.
that's when you got to stand and say, no, I think this or I think that.
Okay.
For example, our next one is we get a little more challenging as we go along.
Uh-oh.
This one right now is going to go to Dale, and you're going to answer the same one, okay? Do you think that these parents today are too soft?
Oh, without a shadow of a doubt, soft. You know, I mean, I even look at some of, without a shadow of a doubt, soft. You know, I look at my own family. You know, I got a cousin. Just will not like gets to not hold down a job. You know,
Right.
in our days, we just could not, like, we couldn't keep coming to mom for the different things that we could go and work for, you know. But then I think
Right.
about like a lot of like celebrity kids, soft names, soft dealings. And also too, parents are encouraging their kids to be soft. So
But are they softer than kids because they're scared of their kids? Or is it because
I think they
have
are
more
soft
money?
because everybody is taking the politically correct stance. And see, when you too politically correct out here, then you can't rear because your parents wasn't caring about politically correct. Your parents was like, this how we do it in this house.
Right.
We don't talk. We don't listen. You ask me any question. When I say stop talking, your opinion don't matter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas these kids, opinions matter. You know, the parents are now taking the opinions into consideration, but then, yes, express yourself.
Yeah.
But then also, this is the way, because you can't let a teenager tell you what they want to do, because teenagers will just choose their lower self every time.
when we were growing up, I really hated that we were children that were seen and not heard.
Yeah.
I used to think like, why do we have to do this? But you better not say why. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Be quiet. That's it. But why we can't talk? Don't tell. It was just that's it. Do what I say and that's it. And it wasn't always right. We just were like, okay, we can't really talk or have an opinion. We didn't have choices. And I do think they do have a little bit more choices now. Like, what do you want to eat and all that? The parents asking them and stuff like that. But I don't know. What you think, Steve? You think these parents out here too soft?
Yeah, they're afraid. Parents are afraid of their kids, and one of the reasons is you got babies raising babies. These parents are still kids they damn self, and part of the problem there is they're trying to be friends with their kids and not a parent with their kids. They want to dress like them and be like them, and they even trying to out TikTok them. I mean, parent need to be a damn parent and draw some boundaries. There's no boundaries. That's the
Yes.
problem. And our parents used to whoop our ass if we did something wrong.
Right.
These parents right here scared because the kid got the phone in his hand already 9-1. Oh, you do something else? I'm gonna hit the other one. So the parents are afraid. The laws have changed too. Used to be spare the rod, spoil the child. What happened to that? That ain't happening no more. Now
Well, it came from the extreme people. Like, people used to not just whoop their kids, they used to, like, literally beat them.
Hot
yeah.
So
wheel
they were
tracks and
abusing,
extension
they
cords.
was abusing the kid. So now they went all the way to just do time out and all of that. It should be in the middle, like how my mother was spanking
Well,
you
yeah,
or
that
whatever.
was-
I used to give him whoopings, but now I never socked him or kicked him down the stairs or nothing.
See,
I'm
that-
not
Well, that's
abusive.
abuse,
A
yeah.
spanking is different.
See, the thing is that abuse kept you out of jail. You know what I'm saying? Because I was
Maybe,
abused.
maybe
I
some
was
people-
having to go get my own switches.
Yeah.
And guess what? You know what I mean? Like, yes, it was a hard thing to deal with, but also I ain't never been to jail.
Right.
And there's a lot of people that, that softness. See, the thing about growing up in America, white people, y'all raise y'all kids to do time out, and then they killing all these
Yeah.
kids at different schools
Yeah.
because they never got that straight punch in the mouth to let them know this is what you need to do when I say do it right now.
But see, the only time I
Okay.
got socked though is when I tried to resist a regular whooping. And that was
I'm
about-
about to
that
sock
was
you in
about
the
when I
mouth
was
right
12.
now, Steve.
Yeah, when I was 12, I grabbed the belt, and that's when I got punched. It's like, you don't grab the belt.
So you think that they should be going back to the old school?
Hell yeah.
Yes.
I'm talking about
Like
what?
whoopings?
I'm talking about when you get out of line,
Yeah.
you know, that one, because see, a parent, like the thing about it too, even me as a person with dogs, okay? I can be friendly with these dogs all day long, okay? I can say, y'all, yeah, now I don't want y'all barking at nobody, and they understand that, okay? But if I go down and we coming up on a big old pit bull and she about to bark and I take my hand and slap her butt, we walk by that pit bull just as silent. You see what I'm saying? Because they know the instant lesson, and that is how it is with the human being. The human being gets the instant lesson when you get that jarring slap or that jarring punch, because kids,
You remember
again,
that.
we
But is
operate.
that gonna? I'm playing devil's advocate here.
I understand.
I'm
But
definitely
Is that
a-
gonna mean that you're teaching kids that violence is the answer?
Well, no, the
If they're-
Bible.
if their teacher does something they don't like, that means that they can snatch them up and sock them in the face too, because that's
Sock
what these
'em.
kids doing.
No.
These kids are fighting their teacher
yeah.
Well,
they
see,
switch
the
because
on
they
thing
don't
the
like
teacher.
her.
they fighting a teacher because ain't nobody at, because they got
Thank
all them
you.
rights at home.
Ain't no
See,
whoopings
when
at
you
home.
when you get that punch in the mouth, you don't come home with no bad report from the school, because that's what it was with, like, that's when teachers used to be able to paddle kids.
Yeah.
There wasn't no
Oh,
teacher
man.
abuse and paddle kids. It might have been rarely some, but what I'm saying is people was in line, because if the teacher had to whip you, the parents was gonna whip you again for having to be whipped at school.
How was it that your
Because I got
Yeah.
like we had Mr. Goodbar at my elementary school.
That's
to
the
where
paddle?
yes,
It was a
we had a
paddle.
paddle, Mr. Goodbar, and that like you would have to do something crazy, but if you crossed that line, they was really gonna whoop you, and then you was gonna get a whooping by your parents as
Did
well.
it have holes in
Exactly.
it?
Yes.
And when
Oh
he
my
was in
God.
And it was a red side, and then there was like a side that was painted. One side you just get one or two. The other
Painted
side,
yeah.
They let you sign a paper to say that if your child gets out of line, you could do it or you could opt out of that. And most people opted out. But if your child needed to get a paddle or whatever, but see, that was a private school.
Right.
If it would have been public, they can't do that. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
I had a sadistic
You
teacher
see, he
one
went to
time
private.
who got off on it. I could tell because the way he was hitting me.
Yeah.
He was. I mean, really.
Yeah, for real.
He was hitting me hard as hell. And
Yeah,
like,
and he was like, oh, yeah.
yeah. Well, you know, he probably.
Yeah.
I didn't look back,
Like,
but he
what the
probably
hell?
was like that. And I'm like, this
Yeah.
guy's hitting me way too
Like,
hard for an adult.
he's enjoying this too
Yeah.
much.
what was the teacher's name?
I wish I knew. I'd hunt his ass down.
Yeah, I was
Oh
gonna
my
say
goodness.
you could get a
You
settlement
might have a
going.
class action suit.
Get the
Yeah.
settlement
You know what
going.
I'm
Right.
saying? And he was having some 50 Shades of Grey going on. Like,
Look him up.
yeah, mess up in class again.
Yeah.
That's
saw on
crazy.
him.
Okay, so now now that we're getting our juices flowing, we're gonna go into the second segment, and this is called Test Your Knowledge. Okay, Test Your Knowledge. You guys are going to answer simple questions, and it is a competition.
This is a competition.
And we are taking score, but
No pressure.
No
yeah,
pressure.
no pressure. You know what I'm saying? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna just ask you a few little random questions,
Okay.
and we're gonna give you points for it. Are you ready?
Well, I guess we have to be
You
now.
have to be. Okay, they getting scared. Okay,
Wait,
first of all,
do we just jump in and answer it?
No.
uh-uh.
It's gonna go.
I'm gonna start
back and
with
forth.
Dale.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna start with Dale. Dale,
Okay.
Barack Obama, our former president, has 2 daughters. What are their names?
Sasha and Malia.
1 point. Okay, go ahead, Stevie.
Sasha Malia.
No.
He's gonna ask you another one.
Another question.
He gonna ask you another one.
Okay. Name a state that starts with C.
Connecticut.
All right.
1-1.
Dale, what does a tadpole turn into?
A frog.
Okay.
They're pretty smart. We
Unless
need to
you-
go to a
unless you-
different,
unless you
harder
kiss it.
challenge. Okay.
Kiss it, it turns to a prince.
2-1.
Name,
Go.
name something you would see in the school, Stevie.
A chair.
Yep.
Very
That's
good.
an easy one.
Name a country in Africa.
Tanzania.
Okay.
Okay. Stevie, name a planet that is not Earth or Mars.
Not Earth or Mars, Saturn.
Okay.
These are easy. Come on with the hard stuff.
What does the acronym FBI stand for?
Federal Bureau of Investigation.
Correct.
She sounded like she worked there.
Okay, Stevie, what is Magic Johnson's real name?
Irving.
No,
Irving Magic Johnson.
it's
No.
not.
Oh, it's not Julius.
No.
Magic Johnson's real name. Oh, is it Orenthal?
No, that's
No.
OJ.
Oh. Wait a minute. Hold on. Hold
No,
on.
you said it correctly. Irving,
That's what I
but it's
said.
not Irving.
It's Irving.
His name is Irvin.
Irvin.
Because his
Irvin.
mother probably was from the South and mispronounced it wrong. They said, "What's your baby name?" Irvin. And they spelled it Earvin.
Irvin.
But it's really Irving.
Which she probably
It's
meant
a
Irvin.
nah. Oh,
It's on his birthday.
That's just like
Irving.
Anthony
Irvin.
Hardaway. His name is Anthony.
Is it?
yeah, Anthony Hardaway.
with an
Penny
F.
Hardaway. His
His mama was
Back in
drunk.
the
Anthony.
day, you know, they
Anthony.
say, why we gonna put on this baby's birth certificate?
Call him
What's your
Anthony.
baby name? Anthony.
Wow.
They say, how you spell Anthony?
Wow.
She meant Anthony. And that guy's name is Anthony.
We don't know if that's true, but it sounds good.
I once knew a girl.
Anthony with an F.
I once knew a lady who was trying to tell me about Snoop Dogg and them. She said her daughter was associated with him. She said Stoop. I said, who's Stooping them? I said,
Stupid.
Snoop Dogg.
This is a true story about Oprah's name. Her name is supposed to be Orpah. From the
Orpah?
Bible.
From the Bible.
Really?
Yeah. But her mother probably was pronouncing it different and said, Oprah from the Bible.
Yeah.
And they spelled it the way she pronounced it.
And look how that
Oprah.
turned out.
But that's what
I
she
think it
was
worked out.
Yeah.
Orpah
There's
probably
no,
wouldn't
there's
have
no
made
Orpah.
Orpah wouldn't have made
Orpah
There's
Winfrey.
only Oprah. Yeah, Oprah Winfrey. But if it was her name, we would have been used to it though.
Yeah, I don't
But
think
her
so.
name's supposed to be
Orpah
Orpah.
would have had a different life.
Orpah would be cleaning
Orpah
somebody's
got a
house somewhere.
different life.
So again,
Orpah never did get to
So
get it
Steve-
together.
Orpah didn't make it. Orpah didn't make it.
Orpah still sleeping
Orpah
outside.
still go here.
So
Orpah
it's
still in
Irvin.
Mississippi.
That's
Irving
a unique
Johnson.
name, Oprah instead of Orpah.
Yeah.
So anyway,
So
Irvin.
I said
Irvin
Irving.
name. You said Irving, like Julius Irving.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But that's why you didn't get it right, and that's why Dell is leading with 5,
Okay.
and you have 4.
Yep. 5 to
There it
4.
is.
So glad I didn't have that
Okay.
question.
Who's
It's on Dell. He's
It's
got
on
Irvin.
Dell.
Yeah.
Dell.
Dell.
Who is Mickey Mouse's significant other or girlfriend?
Minnie Mouse.
Minnie Mouse.
Ah,
She has 6. Okay, go Stevie.
who's Mickey Mouse baby mama?
Go.
Okay, Stevie, can you name a Jonas brother?
Nicholas Jonas. Or Nick Jonas.
Yeah, Nick, yeah.
He's the only one.
I'm impressed. Go ahead, Stevie.
If I didn't look it up, I would have never known.
Okay, Dale, the person that draws the pictures in a story or a book is called a
It's called an illustrator.
Yep.
Yes. Stevie,
That's good.
can you name a video game that is not a sports video game?
Yeah, Counter Strike.
Yep.
I used to play it 8 hours a day.
Okay, now we're gonna go back to that round. Right now, Dale is leading 7-6.
Okay.
By one.
And right now, we're about to go to the bowl.
Okay.
Going to
And when we go to
the
the
bowl
bowl,
that blew over.
we get serious when we go
Dale.
to the bowl.
Uh-oh, Dale. They're going to the
Are you
bowl.
having fun yet? Are you
Yeah, I'm
having fun yet?
having fun.
You
Okay.
having fun?
Me and
All
Orpah.
right, you guys are great.
Feeling nervous about the bowl, though.
All
Yeah,
right.
the bowl it gets a little bit more
We're gonna
serious
go
as far
to
as
the-
the questions
we're
and the
gonna
content.
Okay.
Right? So the question is, are certain people more valuable than others, or are we all the same?
Who's that question for?
It's
on
for
Dale?
both.
Dale, we'll
No, it's
start
for
with
both
for
of you
both
guys.
of you have your own opinion. We're gonna go with Dale first.
That's an esoterical question.
And
I
we
wish
want to
y'all
see where
didn't
you
ask me that
stand.
question. Because, you have, God had a favorite people, So, and I'm one of them. And, he did definitely give people power, So I will say that when you look at it from a humanistic standpoint, we're all equally as important, even if we can't do the same, function. I just wanna.
But are certain people more valuable than others?
To you, in your mind, what do you stand on? In reality, are we all the same, or are some people, in fact, more valuable than others?
God, why did I have this question?
We all
I have
this
been praying this off.
We
You know.
all have this question.
Oh, you did?
No, we're gonna give our
You're
opinions.
gonna.
We all have this question,
Mm.
and you can't go. I don't know.
You got to
You
stand
gotta
on it.
stand on
See,
it.
the thing is,
Stand
This
on
is
it.
where
know,
I'll stand.
God,
Where
I
do you-
do feel that some people are more valuable than others.
Okay,
You know.
she said it.
I
Okay.
just gotta feel it. I think
Yeah.
about
The truth will set you free.
yes.
Yep. Stevie, let's hear your answer to this.
Well, I have to think twice about it. Yes, some are more valuable. I'm more valuable than some people myself. And it's like, look at the pay structure. You got kings, queens, you got pawns, rooks, knights, bishops. And if we're in a village and one guy's a fruit picker and another's a doctor, and we got to sacrifice somebody, I think the fruit picker's got to go.
Yeah.
Oh, he could have.
Talk about it.
Okay, well, listen, I'm going to say this, that I wish it wasn't that way, but it is.
Yeah.
And in this world, not in another realm, but in this world, some people do have more value. And it's not just about, oh, who's famous and who's not, or rich or poor, because the value comes from the beholder or whatever. You know what I mean?
Right.
For example, you might have more value to me than someone else.
Mm-hmm.
Because I just like Dale and
Right.
she's cool, so that's why she's here and whoever is not. Okay? So I gave her more value.
Right.
Okay? But then in the world, people might say a doctor is more valuable than a janitor. Is that fair? To the individual, if the janitor is my husband, he has more value to me. But in the world, someone might say the doctor's more valuable because he can save lives and he can do surgery
But
or
that
something.
that's where I would
And-
get into like the difference between subjective value and objective value. Like,
Right.
you have value to where like to the general population versus like just ones and zeros for lack of better words, right? Then you have the emotional attachments that you have to people that could be the subjective value that you can put on something.
Oh, but then there's
Right.
circumstantial value.
Right.
I mean, if your husband's okay, let's do that. If your husband's a janitor and the other guy's a doctor, and we're on a boat, right?
Right.
And somebody's got to go.
Right.
I want the doctor to stay.
Right. Most people would want the doctor to stay.
Right.
But I would vote for my husband because he's
You
my
got
husband.
to. You got to.
So he has
But
value.
then
But if we were on a deserted island
Yeah.
and someone had to go,
he's got to
the
go.
janitor would have to go.
Yeah.
Because they need the doctor just in
To
case.
heal people.
Yeah, wow. I think one of the regular people would have to go because see the doctor
Yeah.
is advanced by the janitor because he needs to have clean equipment for us to live. You
Nah, the
know?
doctor know how to
Well,
clean the
yeah,
stuff. Nah,
but
doctor got
That's
that.
not a specialized
I'm not
thing.
worried about
Janitor
that.
don't
For
clean
example,
doctor.
if we
Janitor
have
don't know nothing
don't
about
clean
cleaning.
medical
okay,
equipment.
let's look at like the
Yeah.
old school
I don't know nothing
Gilligan's.
about that.
Old
Yeah.
school Gilligan's
Gilligan's, I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
The professor,
Yeah, he was the
can't
most
go
valuable.
nowhere.
Thank you. He's the most valuable.
You know, you would think Thurston Howe
Nah, he
Yeah.
wasn't
got
more
that out.
valuable because he
He's
had
got
money.
He can't do
But
nothing on
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, they don't do
Island,
nothing.
The
The
professor.
professor and the captain, because he knew things about
Well,
charting
I'd say the
and things.
professor
But
and
the
Mary Ann.
professor was
Yeah.
the absolute most valuable.
Mary Ann and Ginger because they could bear children. So that's
Well, if they had
It
to,
depends on how long you
Populate.
stay. Like, how long you planning on staying?
we're
Right.
gonna repopulate
But
that.
we
18
can
years.
attest
Like,
that
golly.
Gilligan was the least that he could just go.
And it was
Because he
named after him.
Right, it was his island because he was gonna be stuck there. So yes, it's a shame, but in reality, we shouldn't have
We all agreed
more
on that one.
valuable. But yeah,
We all
they
agreed
do.
on that one.
Okay, back to the bowl.
All right. You guys ready?
Yeah.
This bowl is getting me nervous every time
bowl
you
is
pick
good.
something out of it.
All right. All right. Is the internet or social media in general good or bad for society?
Good one.
Mm.
Da-na-na-na. It's a two-edged sword, and I was just talking about this the other day. It's a bane and a boon because when you think about it, we're living in a technological advanced society, right? Kids are born with a cell phone and a laptop when all we had was a damn Etch-a-Sketch. So the information superhighway, a lot of information at a rapid succession, which is good for technology and advancement, but bad because we were just talking about this the other day. I was talking to an off-duty, he's an ex-sheriff, retired. He said one of the problems is people are seeing stuff nowadays that they had never saw before or had access to see. and they want to copycat that stuff that they see. And there's people with a voice who shouldn't have one. It's a cold
Okay.
thing.
Yeah, I think it's good for society. You
Okay.
know, the self-employed person can advance immensely,
Yeah.
and it's just a benefit to having people that can work for themselves and use the gift that God gave them. Because that's what creates a better world. I mean, there are people whose mission is to be on a place where they work for a corporation. They're advancing us too, giving out loans and creating grants and so many things. But they are able to find those people through social media. So I feel like it's very good for society, and I feel like the bad things are the things that you can control. With your algorithmic programming.
Right.
So I think it's very good.
What you think?
I love it. I like social media. I like the internet, and I'm glad they invented it because I
Okay.
can Google things. I have access to so much more information without I can read
Love
about
Google.
things. I can see the
Everybody
world
does.
and stuff. But the only bad thing that I don't like is the effect that it has on the kids. And when it comes to that, I don't like it because all these kids want to do is wake up like you be 3 years old and you on a iPad all
A
day and
tablet or whatever.
they're
yeah.
not they don't have skills like us. Like we're sitting here actually talking. We're not doing a Zoom.
No
We're not
social
on no
skills.
phone. We really talking to people. These kids, they don't even know how to talk to a girl. Hi, how you doing? My name is so and so. They swiping left, swiping right, to texting, hiding behind a device or computer, and everything is that.
I saw a
They
video.
bullying people on the thing, and it makes them kind of like this Gen Z. He's a millennial, but
So do you think it's bad? You think it's because
okay.
you said it was
original,
good.
the original.
Because you said it was good.
It's
That's why I'm
good for
like,
society.
it didn't sound very good
Okay,
right there.
yes, yeah, right. Yes, it's good for society, but
Okay.
it's bad for the kids. Is what I was saying. That's the only thing.
I saw a video
So
where it
yes,
said
it's good for society.
Okay.
somebody told these kids to go outside and play, and they were just standing around. They didn't know what to do. 'Cause
Yeah,
they don't know,
they
go
didn't know how
outside
to
and
play
play.
nothing.
What does that mean?
We used to play kickball
everything.
and
Everything.
stickball
Hide and go
and
seek.
soccer.
We used to
We'll
ride
take
bikes.
you out talking.
Red light,
Tag
green
and-
light.
Yeah, we used to play all that stuff.
So
Him
what
too.
about AI? AI technology. What do you guys
Now
think
that's
about that?
where it gets exciting for
You
for
didn't
me.
even finish your
Oh, yeah.
segment from
Yeah.
the younger generation.
Yes.
Okay.
So is it good or not?
I think it's great, amazing. I think this is the type of information highway, like he was saying, that we need to move forward to the next generation of technology. We are looking towards the future. Like you guys are so like, oh my God, this is like a lot. You guys are going through so much.
You don't
We
wanna say
like,
old.
yeah, I'm not gonna use that terminology, right? But you
Right.
guys have been through different generations than we are. We're looking at the future to when we are you guys' age, right?
yeah,
To where we're like, okay, what does that future look like?
Yeah,
With the,
AI.
introduction of AI and a lot of different technologies, like we got 5G. What is 6G, 7G, 8G gonna look like? You know what I'm saying? Down the line. The Internet
Well, I
of
mean,
Things.
I'm scared of that because, like, I don't want the world to be like Westworld. You know?
Oh,
what
that's
I'm
exactly
saying?
No,
what
that's where it's
I
going.
don't want it to be. Already, they got the robots that look
Yeah,
like people
no,
and do all this stuff.
Man.
It's
We're gonna
like
be in the
we're
metaverse. What are you
getting
talking
so.
about?
I know, but I'm saying, what happened to humanness? I
No,
don't
we
wanna
can still
get
be humans.
too far away
Outside
from
of,
that.
you know.
I tell you what, every time I tell Alexa to do something, I say thank you because
Right.
when the robots take over, I want her to tell them Stevie was a nice one.
He was one nice one of
He's
them.
one of the good ones.
He's a good one.
For
Yeah.
real, huh?
Like
You
it's a
might
lot
as
of
well.
technology. Like Neuralink is one of the most interesting things, where
Yeah.
they're literally linking something to your
Implanted.
brain
And they
implanting
can play your thoughts.
not only play your thoughts, but it'll be an interface for pretty much everything you use. Like think of if Alexa was implanted into your brain.
Yeah.
Right.
You
Okay.
Yeah.
Google it by
I'll
thinking
never
about
get
it.
that.
Me
Okay.
neither.
That's
All
But
right,
that's the
listen.
technology that people are going to be having on the streets.
Now we're gonna right. Now, when I was thinking about swiping left, swipe right, I thought of something in my mind about the dating and things, and I'm gonna address this to Dale. Okay, Dale, Do you think that it's easier now to date because you have the apps, or is it better the old school way where you just met a person at a wedding or somebody knew somebody? Like, what do you think as a single lady out here dealing with these apps?
I really feel like, please, someone invite me to a wedding with some single men.
Okay,
I
not so
need
much.
to get the old school because first of all, we're mammals. You know, I need to smell you, see you up close and personal, get your essence. I feel like, first of all, men are hunters. And I really like the male that is a hunter. And that's why online there's also a little of you not being yourself because it's like I'm the prey, basically delivering myself to your hand because you could just swipe and find me, as
Right.
opposed to where when I'm at a wedding, you got to be like, oh, who is that? Who is it? Out in person. So I'm with the in person because also too online, with AI and all the other technology,
You didn't even know who you talking
you don't
to.
know who you're talking to, and people aren't themselves.
Right.
No,
They
well,
can
they
hide in a little
lie.
cubicle in a little corner and not be themselves. And child, the devil is the master of confusion.
I had
So
Yeah.
I
I
had to
don't like
laugh
to.
when she said we're mammals because
I saw the
the
movie
first
where
thing, first
I,
thing, first thing came to my mind was she said we're all mammals. Excuse me, ma'am. My pronoun is humanoid.
I know we doing a lot with all of that too, but my whole thing is like with the dating situation. A lot of my single friends, they feel like it's so impersonal, and people could be, their friend could be typing everything,
Yes,
Yeah.
and you're like, really, oh, I like, we have so much in common. When you really don't,
yeah,
because it's kind of like Cyrano de Bergerac, where the other person is typing all this good stuff,
yes.
and you
Catfish.
Right.
meet them in
You get catfish.
person, and they
Yeah.
just like, so what do you like to do? Stuff.
Do
You know,
stuff.
you
Yes,
be like, this
And
is not
This
things.
is
you.
not the
Like,
same
this is
person.
not the
yes.
person that I was feeling. So it's kind of a disconnect, but they're so used to doing it. Like, he just, I mean, that's just what they do.
Well, it depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for a relationship, long term, I wouldn't say online dating is the way to go. But if you're just looking for a hookup, there's booty calls
So
everywhere,
do
right?
you think
But then
dating
maybe that's
now?
why he like it.
So do you think
Yes.
dating now is better or dating, in the previous time?
Oh, well, you know what? Dating in the previous time was much better because you didn't have all these social media phonies. People can be anything they want on social media.
Right.
And then when you meet them in the real world, everything's fake, right? Fake boobs, fake
Yeah.
ass, fake eyelashes,
Oh
fake
my
everything.
All of
word.
And they
that.
put it all on the dresser, and then you got a skeleton standing in front of you like, hey, where's that person
Yeah.
at?
Like that character in that movie. What was that movie?
I'm
When
going to
she
get you,
took a,
sucker.
yeah.
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 And he was on the
And she
dresser.
was hopping on one
She
leg.
said, I'll find you. Whatever. That was a
Yeah.
funny scene.
Yeah, and
But
I was even thinking about that. Not only that, but with all this
Mhm.
surgery and stuff, it's like I was thinking like, if I was a guy dating, I would want to date a really poor girl, and the reason why, because she can't afford all that fake stuff, so everything there is naturally her.
Right.
Interesting point,
Oh,
huh?
You
you
know
want to limit
what?
her to being poor.
No, but
so
but
she can't,
but
so
hold
she can't get
on.
no weave.
No, not just
Or
a
no
weave is
boo.
fine.
Weave is
I'm
good
saying she
because you
can't
can
afford all them
afford to
implants
pay
and
for
stuff.
my weave. See,
Yeah.
the thing about it too is that's a good point. Like
Yeah.
guys do need to make more than y'all woman.
They
Like
should.
you need to. The guy is naturally the leader. It's who the Lord made you to be. We have no control over that. But the thing about it too is unless what you do just renders less, then you can't feel like a king in your own home.
I
And
don't
I
know.
do want you I need the man to feel like a king. Like let's say for instance like your calling is teaching. Teaching pays that you're still a king, even though I make the money. You still feel like a king. You're walking in your purpose. But when you're not walking in your purpose and you're rendering less, and I am walking in my purpose, then we're not equally yoked. And that's why I'm with it. It's the whole reason why men be getting but somebody that's like way younger too, because he needs to be able to lead this woman and us as a woman. I don't know how you feel, but I want to be led by a person that I respect for what they're doing, their grind, their everything. You know what I mean?
Ain't nothing wrong with
So
that.
Yeah, it makes a
Okay.
difference if you can really like it's okay. I'm 5'4", so everybody's taller than me. But it's literally something about a taller man. Because if I look up to you, I literally look up to you.
Yeah. Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't want no man around. I'll be like, this little boy, who's this? You know? So, give me something to look up to. I want to tilt my head all the way back and be like, oh, you know.
You want Shaq.
And it's just a thing, you know. Let's talk more relationship wise, though. I'm going to get something from Noble One because he's in a different generation,
Yeah.
under 30. You know what I mean? Out here doing it. Do you think that the women are easier or they're playing themselves because they're on these sites and they're kind of advertising? Do you guys think they're more promiscuous and they just smashing or what?
Well, I wouldn't use that terminology. I would say that they're more free, right? And more able to be themselves. Like, I felt like in previous generations, there might be girls who we would categorize as hoes, but they just wanted to be hoes and they couldn't because of, they was going to get chastised by their friends, their family.
I mean, back in our day,
yeah, back in your day.
But they didn't call it that?
No, they didn't do that type of stuff in the public. You would never know. They were doing the same type of activities. They were just on the hush-hush about it. Like, now, it's not a big deal. Like, if a girl is promiscuous or a girl is categorized as a hoe, she might take that as a compliment. You know what I'm saying? There's no such thing as slut-shaming now. Like, it's not a thing, right?
Yeah.
Like,
this is true. This is true.
Yeah.
Because you know what? Back in the day, the way women dress was different.
Right.
Like the way the way a lot of girls dress now was the way hoes used to dress.
Right.
And so you see, like if a dude just got out of prison, he'd go up to a girl and
Yeah,
say, how much?
Right.
How much what?
Yeah, and they wear that out to the club.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, it's different.
With the booty
morality,
cakes all out.
right.
So has the morality changed or just the perception of how we
I would
view
say
it?
the perception of how we view it. Like, because my friends and the people that are my age have children now. So they're pretty much the new generation. And like my cousins and people that are like 10 years older than me, like 30s, 40s, they have been through our generation, raised in the 90s with the same, fashion and stuff that we got now. So they're just teaching that to their kids. So now when those teenagers and those Gen Zs and millennials are now being raised,
not frowned upon.
It's not even looked at like, oh, what is that? What you got on? Like,
you ain't going out the house like that.
No, like I used to wear that same thing. Like, that's dope.
Or you got too much clothes on. Take some of that off.
No, you got that out my closet, didn't you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
so
that's
that
a good point.
Right. You know what I'm saying? It's a different time. So I feel like that's the biggest thing that has happened, especially with like young girls. Like, I feel like it's way more open to do
like
what
20s,
they want to do.
21.
I say under 30. Just under 30.
Yeah.
Dale, I want to ask you, like, as a single lady, if you meet a nice guy and you go out, you have a good time, right? And then you're thinking, okay, I'm really feeling this guy, and then he just ghosts you, and just doesn't talk to you anymore. What would you take that to mean?
The only thing it could mean, he wasn't interested.
Yeah, I think it's pretty clear cut.
Yes.
No, it's not, because sometimes you might be dodging a bullet because he knows that he is not who he said he was. Or he could have like a terminal illness and that he gonna die tomorrow.
Oh, he got cancer out of nowhere?
But I'm just saying, you don't know.
Okay.
When somebody ghosts you, you never know why.
What do you do when they ghost you? That's my question.
First of all, from experience, you cry a whole lot. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Then you make 100 phone calls a day to different people
like,
to figure out what it was. No,
Right,
no.
okay.
You need to discuss it like 50 times, that week.
Why did
just
he
to
do that?
Yes.
Wow.
But then also too, you do start seeing the value. People aren't who they say they are.
Right.
And thank God because you did dodge a bullet, because you don't want to get any further along with a person that has that ability to to just disappear.
Right.
They
You know
put
what I'm
on
saying?
up front, and then they knew they couldn't keep it up.
Yeah.
So they just stopped calling.
Anything could have happened, though.
You know what I'm saying? They take you out somewhere nice
died.
and you get along, but the whole time they lying. And
Yeah.
you're falling in love with the guy he's presenting.
Yes.
But he knows he's not that.
Guys,
Have
was
you
y'all
ever
there?
gone to
Were
somewhere?
y'all there?
You would continue to lie?
She's like, do you know him?
I'm like, were y'all there?
There's
Because this is
something-
exactly what
A lot
happened.
of women tell me, like, if a guy ghosts them, it's like, why even go out with me if you know you're going to ghost me or whatever?
Because that was fun.
But the guy don't know that he was going to ghost you before he went out.
Well, have you guys ever ghosted someone?
Yes, I have. That was probably my payback.
Got you.
Wait, why did you ghost him?
I just ghosted someone. I just ghosted a lot of people
But
too.
why?
Because the thing about it too is, well, this week I just ghosted a lot of people.
She said this.
No, but seriously, because first of all, I met this guy, nice guy, but we did talk about God and where he stands on what he believes.
Uh-oh.
It's just
Hey, it got to be this is where I stand,
Uh-oh.
and if it ain't standing on
yes,
something, then
and
it's
it
not
ain't
gonna
standing
work.
on nothing, and that I don't owe you an explanation for what you stand. Because the thing about it too is people be sexy and real, real convincing out here,
Right,
and
they
so that's why I
do.
just had to block you because I don't need because I already saw, and I'm to the point where I don't want to keep repeating what I've done in past relationships. I see the red flag, I keep on going, then you turn out to be a nice guy, but then boom, them red flags come up in 6 months. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I just was like, that's it. You know what I'm saying? This is going nowhere and we're done. You know?
You know what?
Stevie, do you think that men string women along just so they can sleep with them?
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
They lie
that's-
to them too,
yeah.
right?
Oh, hell yeah.
Okay.
They,
At least
they,
be honest.
Them.
those guys,
Those
these
guys,
are what they
right.
do.
Not us. Not us.
Not us. I'll tell you, I like to be straight up.
Specifically,
Okay.
y'all.
And then once
not
they
me.
get what they want,
I haven't been a
they
player,
just go.
but back when I used to be a player, I would let women know straight up in the beginning, hey, you're not the only one. This is what I'm doing, blah, blah, blah. And if you don't want to get with that program, we shouldn't even try nothing because that's the way it is, And that way it ain't going to be no BS later on.
But that's good. Most men don't even do that.
Oh,
Yes.
yeah.
Every married man acting like they single,
Yes.
asking us
That's
out going out and all that.
That's
We don't even
cold.
know he got a whole wife and family
Well, we see
somewhere.
how
Uh-oh.
those turn out right on the internet.
Right.
You see,
A lot of stuff is happening.
Yeah, so it's just a thing. A lot of women out there get mad when someone ghosts them. But ladies, if they ghost you, they're doing you a favor.
Thank
Because
you.
they
Right.
know they are not who they say they are. They know that whatever it was they wanted is over with. And you
Right.
don't need to deal with that.
They was
Right.
So
faking the
instead of
funk.
being upset that they ghost you,
Thank
be
'em.
glad they ghosted you early. Instead of stringing you along and then doing it.
Getting
Right.
too,
Because
too
now you're more
emotionally
invested.
Yeah.
Yes. When they ghost you early, it's saving you and wasting your from wasting your time with
I
foolishness.
see where you was
know
going
what
with
I'm
this
saying?
earlier now because you were saying all this stuff ahead. Like, well, what if they're doing? This is exactly what you meant. is that
this is what
that
I'm
the
getting.
guys was lying and it was
Right.
faking the funk
Taking the
and they
fun.
can't be who they really said they were.
Yeah,
so they
and
had
that's
to
the
ghost you.
point.
Yeah.
And women do it too. It's not just
Yeah,
the
I was
men.
gonna say.
Women do it too, but for different reasons.
Yeah.
Women come in and they're looking for a lot of women say, "Oh, I want a good man," but what they really mean is they want a good man with money. So
Right.
guess what? It could
Oh,
be a
yeah.
horrible man that got money. Oh, he a good man though.
Right.
But then that real good man who don't have a job, he not good.
No, he ain't
because
good.
he can't take me nowhere and pay my bills.
But,
you know what I'm saying?
yeah,
So some of these women need to,
I sort of feel
Tweak
him
it
on
a
Well,
that.
little
hold
bit.
on.
I
Let's
sort of
break
feel him
that
on. Yeah, I was
down.
gonna say I sort of feel him on that. Like if it's a man that don't have a job and he can't provide what you want as a woman, I feel like I don't want to say he's not a good man, but he's not the man for you, and he's not good from your perspective.
Depending on what you're looking for.
Right. Like if you're looking for somebody to take care of, then that's on you. But
I guess.
I would say that's probably not a good man unless that's what you're into, right? Most women, like she was saying earlier, are looking for somebody that's going to lead them and that's going to take care of their business.
Yes.
Right? So,
Right.
I mean,
I
if
think-
you can't even take us out, you're
Then
not
you
even
pitiful.
like exactly. And I don't even want. First of all, and also too, even if you can take us out, but you got the real sad spirit, you in the category with the not work man.
Right.
Because I don't want to keep encouraging you. You know what I'm
No.
saying? You need to come pre-encouraged out
Right.
here.
They're pre-encouraged. You understand? You ain't right.
A lot of
Pre-encouraged.
times, the guys with the money are
Exactly.
usually mean.
No, they're not. No,
Have you
I
met nice
disagree.
guys?
But let me tell you,
Yes,
like
I have.
guys who don't have a lot of money, they be so bitter and stuff like
Oh,
that.
broke
and
guys be bitter.
They do, but I'm talking about they be bitter towards, the women. Like,
Yeah.
oh, you ain't trying to give a brother a chance. A chance to do what? Mess up my
Yeah,
credit?
exactly.
A chance to do what?
Exactly.
She said mess
Exactly.
up my
Talking.
credit.
A
Ooh.
chance to do what? Move
Exactly.
into my house?
Exactly.
Uh-oh.
Stack me with a
And-
bunch of
We
bills.
ain't just right.
Eat up
To
all my
max my
food.
credit cards out, to drive my car, a chance to do what?
Exactly.
To sit up and play video
Exactly.
games.
He
It's
said,
not
I like
that.
Madden.
You know
I
what I'm
like
saying?
Madden.
Listen, A poor man is different than a broke man.
Yes.
A broke man got something, he just can't
Right.
afford to pay for it. You know
Boom.
what I'm saying? He got a little credit going. He had a job at one time, maybe he lost it. But he
Yeah.
can still
But he still
buy
got a
me-
house.
He's got
can
potential.
Still, he can still buy me something for Christmas, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
He can give me a little something.
Poor is a frame
He
of
can,
mind.
you know
Right.
what I mean? He got when you open the refrigerator, you don't just see the light, you know what I'm saying? And guess what? And
It's blocked by
and
lettuce.
he got a refrigerator, you know what I'm
Yes.
saying?
Yes.
But we ain't talking about the one who ain't got no refrigerator now. Come on now.
Yeah.
You grown out here.
Yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
what like
saying?
you ain't
Even
got
if
a
I was like
refrigerator.
your age, if I was 30 and under, 25-year-old girl, I wouldn't go for that.
Nah, it's a
And,
no
I
and
go.
wouldn't
and
go.
that's when you
I
do
would do
go
it on-
for it. If you going for it, that's when you go for the hot and heavy situation. And he ain't got nothing, so you don't got to experience that in your 40s and be tagging people along. Because that's usually when you find them kind. No refrigerator, but he look good.
Look good.
You know what I'm saying?
Slanging
So,
it, girl.
slanging it.
Slanging it. That be the problem.
Yes.
Slanging it, that's all he could
Yes.
do.
But there's some women out here too
For room and
who
board.
be broke and be faking the funk and be trying to get a man to pay all them bills. I had a girl.
But
Yeah, oh, yeah.
men fall for it.
Well,
If
look,
a
look.
No,
woman
but
look
see,
good,
as a
they'll
man,
take
you
care
know
of it.
you'll be okay with
They
that
gonna
if she
pay
do
for
what
it.
she needs to
They
do.
gonna pay
I had a
for it.
girl
Exactly.
one time.
She
They
do what
gonna
she
pay
needs to
for
do.
it.
Okay,
Let me tell you this story. I had a girl one time. I'm over her house. We getting all lovey-dovey. She said, "Can you go to the refrigerator and get me some lemonade?" I go to the refrigerator, and every bill she had was on the refrigerator with big red circles around the balance due. Right? Like she wanted me to see that. Like,
Hint.
yeah, I went back and was like, you know what? I'm not even thirsty.
I'm not even thirsty.
I know you wasn't thirsty, but she was. She was thirsty.
True
She like, you
story.
need to pay some of this.
Yeah.
That's a slick day. Just put the bill.
This
Give
circle
me
of-
something
It
to
was
drink.
circled in red with lipstick.
See,
Like,
like, shoot.
He was like, I'm not thirsty.
I'm
She
not
was
even
like, all right,
thirsty.
well, I know you got to use the
no,
bathroom.
no.
Exactly.
When I
Put
said
some more bills in
when
there.
I said listen, when I said I'm not thirsty, I was opening the front door. I'm not even.
It's time to go.
See,
I
I
know that's
can't.
right.
I got
She-
lemonade at home.
But you know, a sucker would have been like, if he liked her, she
Yeah.
was like out of his league, or
Not even a
something,
sucker. You know what
or
I'm saying?
somebody
There's a
that
lot
like
of dudes
her,
that just is
that like
on that.
her.
I'm
They
Captain
not.
like,
Save
Yeah, I'm
Ho.
just.
they'd
Thank
have been
you.
like, oh baby,
I'm not that
I
type
ain't
of
know
dude.
you was, down bad like
Yeah,
that.
here's the lemonade.
going
Yeah.
like
Oh,
You
here's the
hit that
lemonade.
light bill.
Yeah, you know.
Nah, I just called them. They said I already took care of it.
You know what I'm saying? Girl, I didn't know you
Absolutely.
was out here like this here.
I only want the man that asks if I need help.
Right.
Like, because
Okay.
see, I don't want to play all them games.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even
Well.
in this, like, even with my career, like, I'm never friends with a person that I want something from. I'm gonna ask you right up front.
Right.
So that way you know my intention. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because you shouldn't even never been in her bedroom if she needed help. You see what I'm
Right.
saying?
We was in the
Like,
living room.
let's stop past the refrigerator first. Then I can get turned on.
right,
You know what I'm saying? Look over here, what I got over here.
Yeah.
All these red
She
circles
said,
will
"Take
turn
me
me
there
on.
first."
Yes.
Right.
We had already
So-
did the wild thing.
So I'm just gonna ask you a yes or no question. You can explain why you're saying yes or no.
Okay.
Stevie, why? Answer
That's
yes
not
or
a
no.
yes or no.
Do you think?
I'm
This is
laughing
why.
I was like, why? I was like,
No. Do you think that men and women are missing the mark with each other when it comes to dating or relationship? Yes or no? Are they missing the mark?
Well, that ain't no
Black
yes or
people.
no answer.
missing the mark.
It is. Just
No.
Yes, they're missing the mark because, or no.
It's
they ain't
subjective.
missing the
That's a
mark.
subjective question because it's different for everybody.
What do you mean by that?
Yeah.
In general.
I couldn't
Black men
say.
and women, single men and single women are saying the same thing, but they're saying there's no good women out here, no good men out here. But why don't they just get together then? If that's the case, are they missing each other? Are they not choosing each other? Are they missing the mark in terms of what they want? And that's why these great men who are saying there's no good women, and these great men back and forth are not connecting.
Well, some people will never be satisfied. It doesn't matter, you know.
Talk about it.
Who it is. They could get the right person, but they're gonna look for something wrong. There's always something gonna be wrong. I'm like, I've been married 24 years, right? And it's like I tell people, your mate's gonna have some flaws. It's just, how much are you willing to deal with? I used to date women, and either 30 minutes or 3 months. I'm going to find out whether we're going to be together or not, right?
Mm-hmm.
Either 30 minutes or 3 months. And my wife used to laugh about this. She tell all her
Right.
friends, he had a 3 months rule, girl. Hell yeah. 90 days, 90-day observation.
You can find out a lot in 90
That's
days.
what-
Yes, you
90 days,
can.
yeah.
That's
So
all.
Dale, I want to know, yes or no, are we missing the mark with each other? Are we not missing the mark? Are we just not choosing well? What's going on with this black and black
This
women,
this
black
black
men?
singleness.
Yeah,
Um,
these black
yeah, this
singleness.
black singleness. I don't think we're missing the mark. I think we have to. We're all basically trying to get aligned, and that's what happens when you're trying to meet someone. You have to go through plenty of people before you
This
get
is
your
true.
husband that you know it is.
Yeah.
And then the same with you.
Yeah.
But it is that period of, okay, dated this person, ghosted by this person, because all of those things are going to happen, so that when you do get the person, then you're like, this is the person, because
Right.
they don't have this red flag that I experienced,
Yeah.
and then we also, through these other dating experiences, we start to learn ourselves.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah, yeah.
I need to master myself first, so that I don't even I'm not sitting with a longing for any particular person, but longing to know the Lord more, because sometimes we are trying to find a relationship to replace the inner joy, but unless we have the inner joy, we can't attract anything permanent.
Right.
So I think that we're not missing the mark. I think that we're missing the patience, though, to find the right person, because when you find the right person, you have to have a lot of patience. You
Okay,
know.
number one, are we in your generation, 30 and under? Are they missing the mark, or are they not even thinking about relationships? They just
Oh, we
trying to
missing the mark
have
for-
sex and
We
that's
miss
it.
no. Oh no.
What y'all doing?
My generation, we're like, I would say there's two piles, right?
Okay.
There's the pile of we out here, we lit. That's me. We going crazy. You know what I'm saying? No relationships. We're having fun. It's 20s. Woo. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the other side that are looking for a relationship. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And those people.
But is that the other half is the women?
No.
You
It's
said
a lot
two
of men.
piles, two
no,
piles
it's
of people.
two piles, right?
Okay.
And the
Men and
ones that are
women.
looking for relationships, I feel like they're missing the mark with each other
Mm.
because a lot of the dudes have certain values, and that's what the passport bros are all about. I'm not sure if you guys heard about that.
What's that?
Okay, so the passport bros, they're looking for submissive women. So what they do is they go to different countries,
Right.
like Philippines, like Colombia. Shout out Bogota.
Japan.
We back in September. But yeah,
Looking for a
like
submissive woman.
Dominican Republic, Brazil, different countries where they have different cultural, ways of life, and they go find these women and bring them back to America instead of finding a woman here.
Passport,
Oh,
bro.
passport
Yeah, and they
bros,
call them
okay.
passport bros. You know what I'm
Okay.
And
saying?
what happens to the women when they get here, though?
Oh,
They
they get married.
obviously
Yeah.
get a green
I'm saying,
card.
but do the women get buck wild once they
No,
get
no. Well, from the stories on TikTok and Instagram, no, it goes perfect.
I mean, I really think that we are missing the mark. I think we're missing the mark because a lot of people, like I said, have unrealistic ideals. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, for example, we talked about that one guy, but then what about the woman who works as a cashier at maybe a sporting goods store or liquor store or whatever? But then you expected to be Chris Brown baby mama. Okay, he ain't checking for you, boo boo. You not even in the circles to even be talking about my man as an NBA player or whatever.
Yeah.
You ain't even in a position
No.
to, well, them NBA players be cheating. Well, you ain't in a position to get cheated on. So what are you talking
Well,
about?
you never
He
know.
ain't checking for you
Why does-
in the first place. That's a check you not gonna get.
Why does
Right.
Tiger
So-
Woods keep marrying women from the Waffle House? What's
Well,
up
I
with
don't
that?
know. I don't know.
Hey.
That's a whole nother.
Hey.
Yeah, they like waitresses.
He like them.
servants. He does.
Service.
Who?
Yeah,
He
real
did,
good
he
service, huh?
does.
Yeah.
Tiger Woods.
Tiger Woods.
OJ was the same way. They
Same
love
way.
that.
Waitresses.
Yeah, but we ain't talking about them. But anyway,
We're talking about
we ain't
actual
talking about
black
them.
Not
men.
OJ or
We ain't
Tiger
talking- we
Woods.
ain't
Yes.
talking about
No,
them.
they're
They
they're
ain't
not even in the
college
race
players.
anymore.
No.
They are not
No.
in the race for the next American.
That's
Talking about,
it.
you know what I'm saying? You could, whatever, anyway. But if they don't want us, so we ain't tripping on them. But anyway, the ones that do, I'm trying to say a lot of brothers sit up there talking about, oh, they want the girl to look like an OnlyFans model or whatever. But then the women are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
And they're saying they scooping ice cream at the Rite Aid or wherever you get ice cream from
Rite
in your town.
At Thrifties.
And they the ice cream girl. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
If you 20 years old, you scoop ice cream, that's cute. You gonna get you
That's
one, right?
sexy as
But
hell.
don't be you 40 doing that. Then I don't know what you doing.
Yeah.
But that's a whole nother thing. But let me tell you something. What you gonna do?
We don't mean that 40-year-old ice cream
Well,
scoopers.
listen,
Yeah.
we didn't
Talking
say
about y'all.
nobody's name. We didn't say nobody's
It's a
name.
hypothetical.
Not
have
you,
a-
Janice.
Or
Anyway,
Lisa.
but the point is, she talking about, oh, I want to be Chris Brown's baby mama or NBA star or whatever. I want to be NBA young boys baby mama. You're not gonna get that. So guess what, little Charles, they keep bringing you that little sandwich at lunch, and he has a job. He's the manager.
Yes.
You scoop ice cream. He the manager, right?
He the manager.
You and
scooper.
Charles are
You
equally
and
yoked.
Charles,
Right.
and Bill Simon, and then both of y'all like, while he work night shift, you could be online getting your little class.
Nah, you could be the assistant
And then
manager or the
he
night
can make
manager,
you the
and
night
then
manager.
boom.
You know what I'm saying?
Now
can
y'all
take
run the whole
classes,
Cold
both of
Stones.
y'all graduate and then become something
Yeah.
else instead of being unrealistic and then being by yourself.
That's
That's
when
why
you're
we
in
missing
your
out.
Okay.
that's when you're in your youth though, you know?
Yeah, young ice
Yeah.
cream girl.
Yeah.
Young ice cream.
I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying?
Yes.
40-year-old ice cream girl, I don't know what she gonna do.
Well, she got to go on down and get the manager at AutoZone, you
Or
know?
something.
Uh,
But I'm saying, don't discount these guys thinking they're not what you want.
Yeah.
When you going trying to get Jay-Z or something, they ain't checking for you.
Yeah.
Okay? So get somebody who like you and do that.
Right,
you know?
right,
And
right,
then
right.
there wouldn't be as much people single. They would be working together,
True
building nice little lives
Yeah.
and stuff like that. So now we're gonna go to you guys are gonna tell me where they can find you on
Right.
social media. Then we're gonna do the final lightning round, and then we're gonna end the
Then
show.
we outta
You guys
here.
are
Yay.
so fun. So Stevie,
Yeah.
tell them where they can find you on social media.
Oh,
If
man.
they want to follow you,
Which camera? Is it here or there?
it's right there.
I ain't hard to find. It's on my shirt right there. StevieMack.com. Spell the name right. STEVIEMACK. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Snapchat, Twitter, MySpace, Black Planet. Come on, man.
Oh Lord,
Oh,
my
God.
space, but
TikTok. But if you go to StevieMack.com, you're going to find out where I'm performing at a place near you. And if it ain't near you, request it to be near you.
stop talking about. Thank you,
All
Stevie.
right.
And Miss Dale Harrison, where can they find you, girl?
Yes, they can find me on my website. I am DELHarrison.com. That is who I am on all social media. I am DEL Harrison. But start with my website, and that way you can connect with me directly, find out what I'm doing, get on my email list, and I send out blasts to tell you where I am at all times. Yeah. Thank you.
All right, that's dope. Now we're gonna be in the lightning round. Dale has 7 and Stevie has 6. And whose turn was it? Number 1. Whose turn was
I do not recall.
it? Okay, so we're gonna start with the
Do you
ladies
guys
first.
recall?
Ladies first. All right. Dale Harrison.
We back
What
to this.
animal is bacon taken from?
The pig.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, it's taken from a hog.
Okay, Stevie. What did Cinderella leave when she left the ball?
A glass slipper.
Yes.
Dale Harrison, what animal is known as the king of the jungle?
The lion.
Okay.
Okay, what is the name of the action movie starring Chris Tucker?
The action movie?
Yes.
You talking about Rush Hour?
Yes.
Yeah. There's Rush Hour 1, 2, and 3.
Ah.
Name a Stevie Wonder song.
As.
Yeah, my uncle played the drums on it.
Okay.
As the world in
I ain't know. Okay,
Oh, I thought
Stevie.
she was saying ass. I was
I
like,
thought she was like, what
Exactly
the
when
hell?
the
She
time-
said
I was
ass.
Stevie
I'm like,
wanted
what
that
ass
ass.
got to do with
Okay.
it? Okay. I'm
That's
like,
what I was like. I said, okay, Stevie Wonder. Okay.
I was like, is she on the phone?
Is that the new one?
Is she on the
called
phone?
ass.
Say ass, what?
Shake it.
Okay.
Featuring Stevie Wonder.
Stevie Wonder.
Show me
Okay,
what you're working with.
Stevie. Let's see. Jaleel White was an actor that was famous for playing what character?
Ass.
Yeah.
Steve Urkel on Family Matters.
Okay.
Okay. Who is Mickey Mouse's significant other?
Y'all
Oh,
asked
she
you that
asked that
before.
already. Okay. When is St. Patrick's Day?
Ooh.
March 17th.
Yeah. No, that's right. Yeah.
Oh.
And she was the first one to 10.
I
So
told-
Dale
I told her September 17th.
This is where I stand champion.
We got to get
But
all
you
the
know
champions
what?
together.
But she didn't whoop you too bad.
No,
It
she
was
didn't.
only 1 point.
And you know what she
She's
wins,
the first
folks?
one.
She wins
to 10.
ass.
Exactly.
I think I already won that.
So you guys, man, we just have a good time
Yeah.
here. Number one is gonna give some final words of encouragement straight to the camera, to the young people out there that's dating. Go ahead, what you gonna say to them, number one?
Have fun with it.
Well, you heard
No.
it.
Find someone that really cares about you. Find somebody that you can trust and build from there. Because it always starts with trust in any relationship, not just romantic. So, build with trust.
And put a raincoat on
You
that
heard it.
soldier.
You heard it.
Wrap it up.
Wrap it up.
You've heard it from the under 30s, so that's cool right there. So thank you guys for tuning in. We love having fun here, and we'll see you next week on This Is Where I Stand.
Let's go.
Yeah.